So when you look at the network marketing industry, for over 80 years, our industry has looked like this. Hey, switch your water. Yes, I have fruit in my water. my wife fruited me. Those are lemons and oranges. So I see you laughing at me, Kacha. So someone says, hey, here's my water. If you don't drink my water, you're not going to live as long as me. That's literally how our industry has sounded for 80 years. That has been the pitch. Switch your vitamins. Now that you're faithful to my water, try my vitamins. Now that you're faithful to my vitamins, try my chapstick. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not illegal. It's not, it's a very legitimate business. Here's what I don't like. When somebody like me gets in front of a room of hundreds of people, because we have made millions and they always put the top money earners in front of the room. Now, outside of home-based businesses, I speak all over the world. I've shared stages with my mentor, Mr. Les Brown, Zig Ziglar. I spoke for the Zig Ziglar Corporation twice. Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Dr. John Gray, like some of the world's greatest names in the personal development arena. I've done business with all of them. Grant Cardone, all of them pretty much. So when I look at an opportunity, I'm not just coming from a place of, okay, how much money have I made in network marketing? I've made millions outside of network marketing because I study industries and businesses around the world. So when I look at a company, I'm not just looking at it, how much money can I make? I look at longevity. What is this going to look like in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? And is it worth me starting something to see it to get 2 decades later? I would not be a part of iBuumerang if I didn't see 2 decades. If I didn't see my children's children benefiting from iBuumerang, I wouldn't be doing it. Being straight up honest with you. In this industry, the switch pitch has dominated the industry. And here's the problem. The problem is someone like me will get in front of you and say, anybody can do it. And that's the problem. That's why our industry gets a bad rap, because we want everyone to believe that anybody can get their family to switch water. That's not true. That's not true. Everybody can't get their family members to switch makeup. It's just not true. Good salespeople can. And those are typically the people who make the money. It's the good salespeople. Now, I'm a great salesperson, but I'm smart enough to know everybody can't do it. So you have to join something that's systems dependent, not people dependent, because people can let you down. People have bad days. Why is Amazon the fastest growing company in the world? Because they are systems dependent, not necessarily people dependent. They create a technology that gets you in touch with the rest of the world. And it says, listen, we know we don't manufacture one product. We know that you thought we were going to be a book company. We understand that, but that's not who we are. We're a technology company. We get you connected with the products and services that you desire. And because we are the entity that connected you, there's faith and there's trust that's built in it. So if I'm advertising a mattress, if I'm advertising tires, if I'm advertising milk or cereal or radio, whatever it is, you trust me because of the access point. They manufacture nothing. So how's the fastest, most profitable growing company in the world today in 2020? Today, they are the fastest growing company in the world. Why? What did they sell you? Who called you from Amazon and sold you one thing? No one. Who from Facebook called you and said, hey, join Facebook? No one from Facebook did it. Socially, someone told you about it. Who told you to join Instagram, LinkedIn? There's not a commercial. It's socially driven. It's a technology. No company in the history of network marketing has followed this model yet until now. We are the first company in the history of network marketing that has followed the model of free customers. Facebook, Uber, Instagram, Amazon, TikTok, fastest growing companies in the world. Free customers. They didn't share the wealth with us. Imagine if you were compensated every day for anyone who joined Facebook because of you. Anyone who clicked on anything and made a purchase because of Facebook. Imagine if you were financially rewarded for that. We created the world's youngest billionaire for free. Do you realize that's never happened since the history of mankind? Since the history of mankind, no one has volunteered to create a billionaire for free until Mark Zuckerberg. He never wrote you a check. He never sent you a commission. Me either. But that's not their business model. I'm not mad at them, but I kind of do want revenge. I want revenge for creating billionaires for free. iBuumerang is my revenge. It is literally my revenge of saying, listen, I created billionaires for free. I'm not going to do that anymore. Not with the mindset that I'm not going to get a reward back. So iBuumerang is a technology, and it's called the PRIB. P-R-I-B, Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Perpetual because it never stops. It works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like Amazon. Residual because you literally can create residuals income that comes to you because of your free customers clicking on buttons. That's what we do. We look like a travel company, just like Amazon looked like a book company. But why did they use books? Do you know how much money people pay me to break this kind of stuff down? You're getting it for free. Why did they use books? Have you ever thought about that? Why did Amazon start with books? They could have started with any product in the world. Now, I'm a #1 best-selling author, so I understand books. Why did they start with books? There's not a lot of profits to be made in books. Books lead to profits because of television engagements, speaking engagements, personality appearances. It leads to a lot of money if you have a great book. I've made millions because I wrote a book, but I never made millions from the book. So there's not a lot of money to be made off books. So why did they choose books? It's not a huge profit zone. Amazon said, before they realize what we're doing, we'll know who they are. How? We start with books. Well, how would we know who they are just because we start with books? Well, if we know what they're reading, we know their personality. Now listen, and when I say we, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about an algorithm. Jeff Bezos doesn't know my name. He doesn't know where I live. He doesn't even know I exist. He may know I exist because I probably have at least 10 titles of books on Amazon. Probably still doesn't know who I am. He never will know who you are. The technology knows who you are. I will never know the thousands of customers that are in my team. I'll never know their name, but the technology will. I don't know how many people, listen, without exaggeration, I don't know how many millions of people who are on Facebook because of me. I'll never know. But Mark Zuckerberg's algorithm knows. And they'll never, ever financially incentivize me to bring millions more. It's not their business model. Jeff Bezos starts out with books. Why? Because Julie, if you order a book from Amazon 15 years ago, when you order that book, let's say you want to be a stay-at-home chef. You're excited about learning how to cook at home and you want to just take it to another level. So you order a book on how to become a stay-at-home chef. It doesn't matter if you ordered a book or you downloaded it. It doesn't matter. They don't care. You just told Amazon who you are. She likes to cook. She likes to host events. She's going to be buying pots and pans and cooking utensils because that's who she is. So guess what Amazon says? Not a person, a technology says this. Tomorrow when Julie wakes up, let's send her a 25% discount for this set of pots and pans if she orders it within 24 hours. So the algorithm is already starting to do the work. That's what iBuumerang is doing. When you go search for travel, even if you don't book the travel, you just told our technology who you are. We know the time of year you want to travel. We know how many people you want to travel with. We know the level of travel that you're going to take, even if you don't book it. So what do you think is going to happen in the next 24 hours? You may wake up to advertisements tomorrow about going to Vegas for New Year's because you told our algorithm that's what you wanted to do. Now, my question to you is, how many customers, free customers, do you want to have inside the Prib? And you never talk to them again. You don't sell them anything. You don't even talk to them. We're the only network marketing company that says, do not talk to your customers. All the other thousands of home-based businesses says you have to talk to your customer. You have to sell them this. You have to make sure they're faithful. You have to upsell them on the pills and the potions and the lotions and the makeup when we roll it out. You have to do it. And iBuumerang says, if Amazon isn't doing it, we're not going to do that. If Uber doesn't do it, we're not going to do it. Do not talk to your customers. Let our algorithm study them for the next 3 to 5 years and forget they exist and just get the residual income. Prib, perpetual residual income builder. That's who we are. So welcome to the Prib. Welcome to the boom. Well, Johnny, why did they start with travel? Because it's sexy. There's no other reason. It's sexy. It's the absolute friendliest conversation in the world. Nobody runs from the conversation of travel. You ever realize that? Nobody runs. Think about somebody you work with. You're on the same floor, same cubicle, same area. You know when their holiday is coming. Why? Because they brag about it 90 days before they go. And guess what they do when they get back? You got to hear every detail for the next 90 days. And it's fun. So we start with the world's largest industry. Holton Bugs plays at the top. He plays at the top. You start with the number one industry in the world, which is travel. So we use that platform to learn our free customers. And then we roll out our next segment, our next vertical. What's the fastest growing segment of transportation in the world? Rideshare. Are you starting? Like, listen, if you really understand what I'm talking about, you won't sleep tonight. So we roll out a rideshare company that Holton Bugs owns. There's no third party. He bought it. He bought the entire technology. There's no third party relationships. Well, Johnny, what about the current rideshare apps that are on my phone? Keep them. Remember, this is about an algorithm. It's not about you choosing us every time. It's about you choosing us enough so we can learn you, so that you will choose us every time in the next 3 to 5 years. You guys understand what I just said? It's not about our free customers choosing us every time. That's not what iBuumerang is about. We're only a baby. We're crawling right now. Tyler said in the very beginning, when's the best time to get on an airplane? When it's on the ground or when it's in the air? It's a ground floor opportunity. And I know everybody who knows me right now is like, we had no idea Johnny was going to get this deep into this stuff. I didn't either. So you could disconnect me whenever you want to. I'm on a roll. So think about it. You become an ambassador with iBuumerang. You start bringing in other ambassadors in iBuumerang. And they start bringing in other ambassadors in iBuumerang. And all of those ambassadors start bringing in free customers in iBuumerang. And they go inside the Prib. So if I told Tyler and Jody, and Tyler and Jody told Matthew, and then Matthew tells 100 people, and those 100 people get 10 customers each, that's 10,000 free customers inside my Prib. I don't know who they are. I'll never know who they are. I'm giving you the visual of duplication without having to be a salesperson. There's no company in the history of home-based businesses that just did what we just did. Now, there will be other companies that come behind us and copy. We've already seen it. There are companies right now that have copied our technology. Well, it looks like they copied our technology. They didn't copy it. They just put a shell on it. It looks like it, but don't touch it. It'll fall down. So we already know that's coming. But here's the question. Is it better to get involved with something before it's a household name or after? Bitcoin is a household name. My question to you is, when did you buy it? What price did you pay? This hurts me really bad when I bring up this subject. Because I knew about Bitcoin when it was less than $5. $5 a coin. Johnny didn't take a move. I didn't take it serious. I was at the right place, right time, took no action, which means my very presence had no value. I bought my very first Bitcoin when it was over $5,000. Do you know how much money I would be worth right now if I did $5,000 worth of coins when it was $5? No offense. I wouldn't be talking to you. I mean, I would be in iBuumerang for sure, but I wouldn't be talking to you probably. I'd probably be one of the co-founders of iBuumerang because I would have invested in it, even though Holton didn't need any investors. So all I'm saying is this. The whole world one day will say, do you boom? Have you checked out your Prib lately? That word is coming. Just like you say, did you Google it? If you go back 20 years from now, you walk up to somebody and say, did you Google it? That may be a fight. I'm like, what? What'd you call me? What'd you say about my mama? Listen, get involved way before the world starts saying, do you boom? Did you check out your Prib today? That terminology is coming. Would you rather be a part of Google as an investor before the whole world was saying Google? We're the very first opportunity in the world that will be a household name that's going to share the wealth with the people who helped build it. So with all that being said, right place, right time. It's the boom.
Looking to start a business from home? The business from home. We are the fastest growing home-based business company in the world that's helping ordinary people just like you and I to get out of debt, generate additional income streams in their life, and creating extraordinary success stories globally. We've got the right systems in place, world-class servant leadership, wealthy compensation plan, and the utmost support you need to start local and go global. To get started, simply text us on WhatsApp, #ReadyToBoom on +356 9946 3303. Again, text #ReadyToBoom on WhatsApp on the number +356 9946 3303 right now. Let's get ready to boom.